Hello, welcome to another episode of Living in Contemplation. I am your host, Lene. And it's been a minute, right? The last episode was about mommy makeovers, and I definitely had a concept for the next episode because I wanted it to piggyback off of the mommy makeovers. So this episode should be about self-esteem. However, I am all for living in the moment and being present and all of that. So right now in this moment, I am contemplating my locks. Um so yeah. So that is what we're going to talk about in this episode. So just to give you some context when it comes to my hair, um, obviously my hair is naturally curly. I got a perm at a very young age. I think I was like 5 when my mom put a perm in my head. And so we all know what a perm does to curly hair. It straightens it. And so, yeah, so I had straight hair. And then when I was mm, like 18, going on 19, I decided that I didn't want to get perms anymore and that I was going to go back to um, my natural look. Um, but I didn't know what it was going to look like. But I was like, I want to see my curls. And so my hair was long, but I got the perm cut off and I rocked a shoulder length hair for some time. But my hair grew fast. So then I was pretty much back to the length I was before I cut it. So, um, but in 2019, um, well, actually, let's backtrack. In 2018, obviously, I gave birth to my oldest, and no one warned me about postpartum hair loss. My hair was flourishing throughout the pregnancy. I felt like it was thicker and it was just voluptuous. It was beautiful. I felt like my hair was the healthiest it had been while I was pregnant. But then, about 3 months postpartum, I lost a lot of hair. Now, obviously, most people talk about losing their edges. I lost way more than my edges. And I felt so insecure. Um, like I had to try and be creative to find ways to like hide the baldness, you know. It was it was a lot. Um and it was definitely an emotional time for me because I never lost that much hair in my life. And when I went to my mom, she was just shocked. She didn't understand. She didn't know. but I literally filled up a whole bag of hair. That was an eye opener. And I knew after experiencing that I did not want to have any more kids. Not saying that that was the only reason. There was other reasons why. Fast forward to like 2019, I had been doing some research because my hair wasn't growing back. Like I still, like my edges came back, but I still had like, um, you know, thinning, like little spots. Like I'm looking at my hair now trying to see if I can see it. But and so I was just like, well, my curls are not how they used to be. Like I had tried all sorts of products. My hair just felt dead. And so I was like, okay, like what can I do, you know, where I can keep my hair, not, chop it all off, but keep my hair and, you know, be in love with it again. And that's when I was like micro locks. And I had did a lot of research, way before, like, I would say around like 2016. I don't know. I was like looking into locks and stuff. Um, because, there's times you just get tired of doing your hair. And I never was one to like wear weaves or get my hair braided or things like that. Like I can literally count on one hand how many times I've had like um weave put in my hair. It's very rare, like pretty much non-existent. Um so that wasn't going to be an option for me because that's not something one that I wanted to pay for, to be doing it all the time. And I really like to be self-sufficient, so I like to be able to do my own hair. I don't like dependent on people. And yeah, so I was like a micro locks. And so 2019, I went to a whole bunch of different locticians and I found one um that gave me what I wanted. Initially, I had wanted sister locks, but I am so grateful that I changed my mind and went with micro locks instead. So yeah, did that, and I did my maintenance with my loctician until basically she decided that she didn't want to do hair anymore. Um, and then I was like, okay, now is the time. You're gonna do it yourself. But the issue was I could not interlock to save my life. It just, yeah, it just wasn't working. Like I could do it on someone else, but I just could not do it on myself. And so I decided that I was just going to upkeep my micro locks by retwisting. Was that a lot of work? Most definitely it was. But I did it for mm, what, 2 years? That way, and my hair was fine. So I end up getting them combined because, well, first, last year, I had my second daughter, and I was very nervous. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, like, I'm going to lose my hair again. But I pretty much had taken some steps to help me. Um, I had encapsulated my placenta and I took those faithfully after giving birth. And um, I lost some hair, but it was nowhere near as much as I lost the first time. So, and I attributed that to me having locks. Like, I just felt like me having locks really saved me. Yeah, so I'm sure I had a lot of shedding, but the thing is, all that shedding gets caught in the locks. So, um, I didn't miss it because I didn't know that it was gone. So we came, to Japan, and it's just like everything just started happening. I've had carpal tunnel for some time, but it has gotten worse, obviously, with age, and then I'm constantly using my hand because obviously it's in my right hand, which is my dominant hand. And so uh having carpal tunnel just made it difficult for me to keep up with the maintenance of my hair. And being in Japan, it's not like I can be like, okay, well, this, 10 weeks, I don't feel like doing it. Let me see if I can find someone that can do it, and then I'll do it, the next time I need maintenance. It's not like that. Okay. But luckily, I was able to find someone, and I talked to her about combining my locks so it would make it easier for me to keep up with my maintenance. And she agreed. And I explained to her, like, I really did not want to get rid of my micro locks. Like, I really didn't want to combine them, but I had to think of basically the health of my wrists, and I still have to do two other heads besides my own. So, and she agreed. She came out and she did her thing. I mean, she did a good job with combining 473 locks. But the thing is, I went from 473 locks to 103 locks. Talk about a shocker. And the thing was, like, like, I had a conversation with her, and I mean, I was honest. Like, I said that I wanted, to go from 473 to like 250. 103 was, yeah, that was not what I was expecting. So, pretty much everyone has said that they like my locks. Like, they're fine, they suit me. Um but I'm not happy. And so I had this done last year. So it's we're coming up on a year since I started my new lock journey with 103 locks. So with them, obviously being combined. And I thought that with time they would grow on me and that I would be happy and in love with my locks. But I'm not. I am so not. Um, I love the length of my hair. My hair has grown tremendously. Like, my locks are like different lengths, so they're not all even. But my hair was cut in layers, so it makes sense. Um, but yeah, like my longest lock is almost at my butt, so I definitely have a lot of hair. But and I think that's the part that I'm afraid to part with is the length, as crazy as that sounds. Um, when you've had like long hair most of your life, it's it can be hard to let go of it, and I have no idea what I will look like with no hair. I'm not saying that I will have no hair because clearly I will have hair, but I don't know what I will look with like a TWA. Okay. Um, and honestly, I don't want to know what I will look like. If it's anything like my college graduation pictures, that is a definite no for me because I hated my hair. Um, but I was just going like natural and like my hair shrunk, like my curls shrunk up a lot. And I didn't really know like about the stretching and how to, you know, get your curls be elongated, and I didn't know that stuff. I was just starting out. So, yeah. And I just would wash my hair, do like wash and go, and definitely go. Um and my hair would start like here and then it would shrink all the way up here. And so I got a lot of shrinkage with my curls, and so people would always be like, "Oh my gosh, I thought your hair would have been, super long by now," not realizing that my hair was super long. It's just that I get a lot of shrinkage with my curls. And so it didn't a lot of times look like my hair was growing, but my hair was definitely growing. Because when I would get it straightened, I would see how long it was. I am not trying to go back to how I was looking at 21, 22, however old I was. So I have a lot to think about. But this is me in the moment. Like, I am literally in the moment, like thinking of, scenarios and all of that. Um, I always said that if, it ever came a time when I like no longer wanted locks, that's not the case. Like, I love locks. I want locks. I just want to start my journey again with micro locks. Not make them 473. Um, but like get, you know, the number that I want, which is like, 200, 250. Um, but not like almost freaking 500. No, that's way too much. Um, but yeah, just so I can do the styles that I used to do. Like I love wearing buns, and with these locks, I like hate my buns. Like I don't like them. Um like I just can't do the cute little styles that I used to do, and that's what I want. And so yeah, I would literally just start all over again. But I always said that I wouldn't comb out my locks. I would just cut them off. Um however, I have some amazing friends that are willing to help me comb my locks out. And I am so grateful for them because I don't know if I could do it on my own. Um, because I have 103. So that's going to take some time. And I got a trip coming up. And I'm like, well, if I start now, then like it got to be done before my trip. So, it's like thinking about that and all of that. I'm probably going to attempt, take one lock and attempt to comb it out and um, see what happens. If it gets combed out, then I probably will keep on going. Um, but I'm imagining that it's going to be difficult because my locks were combined and I had tiny locks. Um, I feel like I will have some complications there and that I probably will have to end up just cutting my locks off. But I'm like, I might as well just try it out and see what happens. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. But I'm still contemplating. I'm still contemplating because, but I don't know. Like a part of me really feels like I'm just gonna get impulsive and just cut my hair. Oh my goodness. So this is kind of what I do. Like I have dialogues with myself. I like try and weigh the pros and the cons of like doing something. But I just don't go into doing something. I'm always thinking about it and researching and seeing other people do things, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'll try that. And, so, but this is something I've been contemplating for a few months now. But for some reason, this month, even though this month has just started, I've really been like, something got to give. Like, I think I'm about to just cut these things off. And, yeah. But I think before I cut them off, if I decide to, I'm going to try and comb one out and see how that goes. If it's possible. um, but if it's taking way too long, I'm probably, I'm grabbing my hair shears and getting a cutting. But I probably would cut, because now I'm thinking like, okay, if I cut my locks, like, where would I cut it to and then start combing out? Because clearly I want to have hair on my head. Like, I'm not trying to like shave them off. I'm not trying to like cut it at the root. Yeah. So, it's a lot to think about. But before I go, I want to talk about what you can expect next from me. So, as you know, holidays are coming up. We're in November, and uh, and then after November is December. Like, Christmas is gonna be here before we know it, and I still have lot of shopping to do for the holidays. So, um, I more than likely will not be doing any new episodes for the podcast until after the new year. Um, but if anything, pops up in my head, you know, because things do like this, I probably will get on and do a quick episode and upload it. But um, but for the most part, more than likely, um, there will be no new episodes until after the new year, so I can really enjoy my family and be in the moment, right? This is like my favorite time of year, but it's also a sad time of year because even though I'm celebrating life, I'm also grieving for, the family members and the friends that are no longer here. It's just something about the holidays, my heart gets heavy and I start thinking about, the people that I miss the most. And yeah, so I don't really see myself doing episodes, just living and being in the moment. And so, yeah. But after the new year, you can expect more episodes. I think I'm also going to change because I know I was like, oh, I'm going to do weekly. Um, but I don't know. I kind of like bi-weekly. So we'll see. I don't know. It just all depends on um how interactive um the podcast becomes and the YouTube channel and all of that. But I definitely want to hear from you guys. Like, I want to know your thoughts on what I should do with my hair. Should I, keep the lock, cut them, comb them out? Let me know. I probably will do a poll on my Instagram, so make sure you check that out. Um, but yeah, thank you for listening to this episode and me rant about my hair and yeah. Uh, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So have a blessed and wonderful day and, and hopefully a wonderful holidays and all that good stuff. But until next time, Jane.